TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
Christian Cage, would you please come out for your welcoming into the Main Event Mafia? Family is helping your brothers, no matter if they're right or wrong.
Kurt Angle, the total difference maker in this contest, and Scott Steiner gets the victory.
And family is commitment. Commitment is Big Papa Pump, Scotty Steiner.
Hey, oh, Scott Steiner! His mentor just crashed him right in the head with the garbage can. Oh, Petey Williams is just getting killed here, Mike.
I heard in a few weeks when your contract expires, you are gonna jump ship to the WWE. This isn't a welcoming party. This is a going away party. So I hope your trip up north is well worth the kicking you're gonna get tonight.
When it comes to the Main Event Mafia, this is their world, and we're playing under their rules.
This is a going away party.
Whoa, Kurt! Guys, what the hell is this?
Well, in an effort to show our appreciation and condolences to Christian Cage, tonight, the Main Event Mafia is prepared to give him a proper burial.
This week on Impact, the Main Event Mafia promises to give Christian Cage a proper burial as their ongoing war with the TNA Originals heats up.
The Monster Abyss and the Blueprint Matt Morgan take on the Main Event Mafia's Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash.
We open Impact in high definition, with Christian Cage's casket being rolled towards the ring. Moments ago, Kurt Angle told JB that the Main Event Mafia is efforting to show both their appreciation and condolences to the Instant Classic by giving him a quote-unquote proper burial. And as the only all-world heavyweight champion faction in wrestling history arrives, they're still basking in the glow of the 4-0 sweep at Turning Point that included Booker over Christian Cage. The agreement forced Cage to join the Main Event Mafia, but after they found out he wasn't showing a commitment, their ceremony took a different turn than we anticipated.
Christian Cage tried to defend himself, but the Main Event Mafia was just too much. As you see that suplex by Scott Steiner, the X-kick by Booker T, the jackknife powerbomb by Kevin Nash, and then that angle slam. They just left Christian Cage lying lifelessly on the mat.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Main Event Mafia, the greatest group of champions ever to assemble as one, are here tonight to give Christian Cage his final and proper burial. Unfortunately, last week on Impact, Christian Cage refused to make the commitment not only to the Main Event Mafia, but also to TNA as a company. Therefore, we had no other choice but to beat Christian from within an inch of his life and send him back to the WWE in an ambulance. But let the demise of Christian Cage be a warning to anyone in the back that is looking to cross the Main Event Mafia. Now, as I focus and look forward to my match against Jeff Jarrett, Final Resolution, is there anyone here tonight that would like to say any final words to the departed Christian Cage?
Well, Kurt Angle and company offer up the opportunity for anyone in the TNA locker room to say final words about Christian Cage. And judging by the reactions, the main event Mafia both surprised and none too happy that the War Machine Rhino is about to take them up on their offer. He wants to talk about the Instant Classic.
You know what? I've got something to say. Then say it. If any one of you had a problem with the decision that Christian Cage made about leaving TNA, then you should have taken it up with him in the back. Man to man, face to face, one-on-one. See, what I have a problem with is when you jump my friend and leave him for dead. That's something I won't stand for.
Hey, Rhino. I don't think there's one of us standing out here right now that gives a damn what you will or will not stand for.
That's bull, Kevin. I'm a veteran, and damn it, you respect me.
We will show respect to those that show respect to us and respect to this company. Christian Cage did neither, so that's what happened to him.
You know what? I've dealt with people like you, and you guys are a bunch of egomaniacs. Yeah, I said it. The thing is, this had nothing to do with disrespect or TNA. And when I stand here and I look in that ring, I look at a bunch of guys that are afraid to lose their spot and their fat contracts. I look at the guys in the ring and I realize that they're afraid. They're afraid to lose their job to a younger generation, and a younger generation that I feel and the fans feel are a whole hell of a lot better than you guys. And when I look in that ring, I see a bunch of from you, Kurt Angle, to you, Booker T, and Booker T, in my book, you're the biggest of them all.
Look at you, man. Look around you. Come out here talking a lot of crap from up there. Poop putt, punk. Let me tell you something, Rhino. You got the balls the size of my little chihuahua. If you got any balls, run down here and say that to the Mafia's face. Don't do it up there. Run down here and do it in front of all these people.
Whoa, here he comes. The words, the actions of the main event Mafia have lit a fire under Rhino.
Well, he's never run from a fight in his life, and look at the odds against him. He doesn't care, but you can see the beatdown is going to happen. There's just too much firepower in that ring.
And the beatdown, it's exactly like what we witnessed last week with the main event Mafia and Christian Cage.
Whoa! He just crushed him with that Legends belt and just leveled him. Let's see that again if we can. Look at this. Oh, my God. He just nails the side of Rhino's head.
Oh, what a vicious, what a violent shot by Booker T. And now Kurt Angle, as you can see, Rhino's been split wide open, and Angle just continues to punch after punch right into the open wound.
And you can just hear those fists hitting that flesh. And you can see the blood flowing and the eyes just losing their glaze. And oh man, look at Mick Foley and Jeff Jarrett looking on. They've got to be disappointed at what they're seeing.
And now, the main event Mafia roll a bloodied, battered, and beaten War Machine Rhino into the casket, and they close the lid.
And you just hate to see that happen to the War Machine, a man who stood up for his friend, a man who stood up for his convictions. But in the end, the main event mafia get the last word.
Let's get the reaction from executive shareholder Mick Foley and TNA founder Jeff Jarrett. Take it, JB.
I don't know, Jeff. This thing's getting out of hand. Look at those guys. I mean, I was there with DX. You were around with NWO, but I've never seen anything quite like this. Hey, and when did you decide to accept Kurt's challenge?
I'm not, Mick. Kurt Angle doesn't call any of the shots around here, not even one. I don't give a damn who's backing him. You didn't come on board for this. You came on board to help TNA grow, not put up with this crap. Tonight, Mick, I want you to go out there and I want you to name and talk about the main event at Final Resolution, just like we discussed. And I don't give a damn what Kurt Angle has to say about it. We're taking our house back tonight.
How will the TNA Originals react to the total domination of the main event mafia? Let's find out from one of their leaders as Lauren talks with AJ Styles.
AJ Styles. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I'm sure this is not what you were expecting when you were one of the first talents to sign with TNA 6 years ago. It seems like the main event mafia is in complete control of TNA.
That's the way it appears, doesn't it? Hey, good luck, guys. Do your thing. You can do this. Are you serious?
Then it says hold or a boat, you know? Like I can live in either one of those. Targets. Yeah. Sorry we're a little late, guys, but by the time we watch the second season of Dexter and finished a couple missions of Grand Theft Auto, we were probably 15.
Whoa. What's your problem, man?
What's so funny, Alex? What's the big joke? Because last time I checked, we were at war, and every time I turn around, you cats are AWOL.
Hey, CYP there, alpha male. It's called humor, a joke. Ever heard of it?
We're not joking anymore. What's wrong with you guys, huh? Ever since we united, there's been some issues. There's been problems. Well, let's just get it out in there, man. You know, why don't we go to the ring and take care of this the old-fashioned way? Get it all out of our systems. Not this, but in the ring. How about that?
You hear this guy?
Yeah,
you hear this guy making
Captain
matches?
Authority.
Making matches. Are you so far up Foley's that you think you have some stroke around here?
Oh, you think so?
Hey, hold on. AJ, Joe, Alex is right.
Hey.
Arrogant? Yeah. Disrespectful? Definitely. A little too concerned with my absolutely, but correct nonetheless. You see, you guys do not have the authority to make matches here in TNA.
That's right. That's right.
But I do. So tonight, this is how it's gonna go. It's gonna be AJ and Joe in a little tag team contest right here on Impact tonight against my favorite tag team, the Motor City Machine Guns.
So is that how you're gonna deal with me this week, Mick?
No, Alex. To paraphrase Olympic patriot Nathan Hale, I have not yet begun to deal with you.
At least for his favorite tag team.
So how about this? Get dressed.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one first, accompanied by SoCal Val from Bombay, India, the Guru, Sanjay.
Well, I guess TNA executive shareholder Mick Foley feels like the Originals can settle their differences in the six-sided ring, because later tonight it will be the Motor City Machine Guns versus AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Will it bring them together, or will it drive them further apart?
His tag team partner representing New Japan Pro Wrestling, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
As a result of TNA's working agreement with New Japan Pro Wrestling, you have the chance to see one of the best from the Orient in action tonight. Hiroshi Tanahashi, a multi-time IWGP champion, that's equivalent to their World's Heavyweight title.
And their opponents first from Atlanta, Georgia, Consequences Creed.
As bad as the attitude of the Guns has been bringing these guys down, it's this guy's positive attitude that you need to get behind. I mean, here's somebody that just loves what he does, so full of life, and he's somebody I think that sets the right example for these young guns, for these TNA originals, on how they should deal with the main event mafia.
And his tag team partner from Elizabeth, New Jersey, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal.
It's going to be very interesting to watch the dynamic between Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, the Guru Sanjay Dutt, and SoCal Val during this tag team matchup. You will recall that Lethal was at one time engaged to Val, but then the Guru not only spoiled their wedding, he ended up taking Val as his girlfriend. You know, they talk about time healing all wounds, but I'm not convinced that Black Machismo will ever forgive or will ever forget when it comes to Sanjay Dutt and SoCal Val.
Oh, just look at that expression on her face. I mean, in her mind, there was only one decision to make, and that was the Guru. And of course, with his financial background, I think you understand why she probably made it. But look at this, Tanahashi, though, going right over with a nice shot, and now they've got Lethal isolated.
And as Tanahashi springs off the ropes from outside, Consequences Creed hooks the leg and drives a big right hand right between the eyes. Oh, look at this move here by Black Machismo into that springing back elbow right on the jaw of Sanjay Dutt.
I mean, I love Lethal and Creed working together. They seem to be developing a chemistry. I mean, they're so similar in a lot of ways. I mean, when Jay Lethal came into this business, he always had that positive attitude, kind of like Creed does now.
Well, we know that they share the same beliefs, Lethal and Creed, among the first to join Samoa Joe and AJ Styles when they made their plea to the TNA locker room. Double team move now. Tanahashi and Dutt shoot Lethal off into the ropes, and Sanjay perfectly placed dropkick, and then Tanahashi somersaults right into a splash, and then splashes down again. Referee Shane Sewell counts 2 only.
Very close. Speaking of referee Shane Sewell, who could forget last week on Impact when he was so instrumental, and Eric Young capturing that X Division gold when he got himself involved again with Sheik Abdul-Bashir.
Now, we see Tanahashi lifting Lethal up, the agility of Black Machismo as he lands on his feet, and then drills Tanahashi right in the back of the head with a kick.
You got to give Guru and Tanahashi so much credit as they've taken this battle to Creed and to Lethal, as they've taken control of this. Creed now coming in, fired up, nice block, and then look at the quickness of these punches.
He weakens Sanjay, powers him right down, drops him on his head, but as he turns around, Tanahashi's right there. Look at those quick lefts, gonna wind up with a right, and splits, and then nails Sanjay with the punch, and the super kick for Tanahashi.
Great move on the fly. Oh, he got the jawbreaker there by the Guru, but turning that into Sanjay Dutt when you thought he was heading for Tanahashi, though, that's just one of the great things about this young kid.
Creed tries to follow up in the corner. Sanjay moves out of the way, catches him with the boots in the face, and here comes Sanjay. Watch him circle around and spring off the middle rope. Gonna go for an inverted DDT. Instead, Creed takes him up to his shoulders and then drops him with the TKO.
Oh, you can see Sanjay Dutt just wobbly. Here we go. 1, 2, he's got it.
Here are your winners, Black Machismo, Jay Lethal, and Consequences Creed.
Impressive victory for 2 of the TNA originals. They're back on the track. They've got momentum on their side. What a win to kick off Impact in HD for Consequences Creed and Jay Lethal.
Some are drop dead gorgeous. Some are just drop dead. Some will break your heart. Some will break your head. Some are supernovas who forever shine. No divas here. Just girls who dare. Those who cross the line. Cross the line with the knockouts of TNA Impact.
Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, Cute Kip. Tonight, Christy Hemme has recruited a partner, newcomer, Sojourner Bolt.
Whoa, stop it. Stop it. What the hell is a Sojourner Bolt? Is that like a old jazz musician or something? I mean, what the hell were her parents smoking when they decided to name their child Sojourner? But can you imagine the fun the kids in school growing up with her must have had? Like, hold on. Look, There goes Sojo the Ho-Ho.
Hold on, I got one.
What is it?
Sojo Brown, won't you go?
Go where?
Okay, and honestly, Christy Hemme, okay, really? You're still trying to play wrestler? Really? Okay, listen, you psycho hose beast. I don't know if anybody's told you lately, but the wrestling ring is not a strip club, okay? There are no pools, and there is no champagne room. And tonight, the only thing that's gonna get shoved in your G-string is my foot up your bone.
Yeah. And speaking of bone, you can go now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Never has the world of wrestling seen anything like her. Ever since crossing the line into TNA, there has been no one as dominating as Awesome Kong. She's a true force to be reckoned with, armed with brute strength and a ruthless lust for punishment. Awesome Kong is like a freight train of pain. Get in her way and they'll pick up the pieces. TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
My time for redemption is drawing near. The pain that I've buried for all these years is ready to be unearthed. All the agony, all the suffering, all the anguish, ready to be unleashed. My patience is worn thin. The time for payback has arrived. Who am I? I am suicide.
Sunday, December the 7th, at Final Resolution, it's the return of the most controversial and the most high-stakes match in TNA. Who gets the title shots? Who gets the pink slip? Get ready for Feast or Fired.
Feast or Fired is a match of fate. 4 briefcases hang in the corners of the ring, each containing an element that can mean success or failure. Last year, the winners of the cases' lives all changed. A champion was crowned after Petey Williams aligned with fellow case winner Scott Steiner and was able to win the X Division title. A tag team was torn apart as Kip James turned on his longtime tag team partner, BG James, after BG picked his father to be his partner for the tag title match he won, and a career was ended when longtime TNA veteran Christopher Daniels was fired after the briefcase he fought so hard for revealed a pink slip. Now, Feast or Fired is back. Whose life will be forever altered? Who will get a chance at greatness? Who will lose their job?
Shut up! Put a lid on it! I'm sick of this! Shane! When I hired you for this job as a referee for TNA, I told you your wrestling days are over with. You had a good career down in Puerto Rico and up in Canada, but you never made it in this country, and I think you have to come to grips with that mentally. Because I don't care whether you don't like this guy or not, you can't just beat him up physically, serve him up on a silver platter, and then count the pinfall and cost the guy his championship. Are you out of your mind? I want you to take this belt from Eric and hand it to Bashir. Shut up and do it. Hold on, Eric. You shut your mouth too. Take the belt and give it to him. Hold on. Hey. Give it to him. Get out of here. Get out of here. You've done enough damage. Now listen to me. Hold on. I'm going to make it up to you. You're on probation. If you touch anybody, lay your hands on another wrestler while you're a referee here in TNA, you're done. And don't go to Mick Foley and Jeff Jarrett trying to go over my head, because I still got a little authority around here, and you're not a blip on their radar screen. Get the heck out of here if you understand me. Eric, you were a victim of circumstance. Listen to me. That wasn't right, but what I'm going to do to make it up to you, tonight, right here on the program, you get a match with Booker T for the Legends Championship. You get a chance to take something away from the Main Event Mafia. Can you do that for me?
All right, Jim, you're right. I got to focus on that. We take something away from the Mafia. We got to do it whenever we can. Thanks.
Good luck.
Thanks, I guess.
Good luck. I hate to do it to the kid, but get off my desk! Get your butt out of here, too!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a TNA Knockout Tag Team Contest. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number one, accompanied by Q-Kip, Angelina Love, and Velvet Sky. They are the Beautiful People.
That was a great call by Jim Cornette. I don't believe anybody wants to see the X Division title change hands that way.
And tonight, Eric Young gets a shot at the Legends Championship. Mainstream media from all points south of Wasilla, Alaska, I'm talking about radio, TV, AP, USA Today, covered the invitation of Angelina and Velvet to Governor Sarah Palin to become a member of the Beautiful People. And speaking of invitations, Don and I want to say how much we enjoyed hanging out with Yankee star Johnny Damon at his annual charity event. Among the celebrities who walked the red carpet and the object of the paparazzi, the Beautiful People, as Angelina and Velvet saw Don and I, we were greeted with a very warm, "Who the hell put you on the VIP list?"
Their opponents first, from Memphis, Tennessee, Sojourner Bolt.
A relative newcomer to the TNA Knockout division, looking to open the eyes of TNA management and Knockout Law Tracy Brooks. Beautiful People didn't seem too impressed, too concerned judging by their comments, but I've seen Sojourner Bolt in action. Don't sell her short.
And her tag team partner from Los Angeles, California, Christy Hemme.
For months, we have seen up close the problems between Christy Hemme and the Beautiful People. Angelina and Velvet not only try to discredit Christy as a wrestler, but they have shown their jealousy of the Playboy cover girl by giving her the brown paper bag treatment.
I'll tell you, though, if you've been watching Christy Hemme lately, you have got to be impressed. She has been putting in the work. She has been taking this serious. And this is a great opportunity for her here with the young Sojourner Bolt, someone new here in the Knockouts division, a chance to develop some good chemistry and a chance to take it to these gals. And, well, you said it right. It was so neat being at this foundation and then seeing the Beautiful People walk in. So you and I think, as they're heading towards us, that, hey, this is going to look really good for us. First thing they said, how the hell did you get in here?
I mean, that's the Beautiful People in a nutshell. Sojourner shot off into the ropes and able to put the shoulder directly into Angelina Love, dropping her down. Gonna go back one more time. Here she comes off the ropes, and that time, Angelina able to extend the leg and put that boot right in her face.
I'll tell you what a wicked kick it was. I thought she was gonna go for the pin, but she just starts slugging away. And look at her, just raining those fists right down there on Sojourner Bolt.
Want to remind you, still to come tonight, Samoa Joe and AJ Styles to take on the Motor City Machine Guns. Eric Young to vie for the Legends Championship against Booker T, plus Kevin Nash and Kurt Angle to take on Matt Morgan and Abyss. Beautiful People near fall here. That time Velvet Sky almost got the pin.
I'll tell you what, let's talk about it if we can for a second. Great call by Jim Cornette. I mean, I also like the call that he made with Shane Sewell. Don't put your hands on the wrestlers.
Don't miss this. Immediately after we go off the air tonight, check out the Impact Post Show. It's at Spike.com, and tonight's special guest is TNA executive shareholder Mick Foley.
Don't want to miss that opportunity, as right now Velvet Sky and the Beautiful People just in total control of this matchup. But look at Sojourner ducks, comes right up and now nice cross body block. 1, 2, not enough.
Sojourner Bolt goes airborne right into the pin attempt, but now you see how quickly she gets grounded by Velvet Sky. Velvet putting the boots to this TNA newcomer. Places her right back down on the mat, and now gonna put that boot directly across her throat.
I know they put the offer out to Sarah Palin to join them, but I'm gonna tell you right now, even as tough as Sarah Palin is, you give her 15 minutes with the Beautiful People, and I'm telling you, she'll jump ship and join Obama's camp.
You know, I think there was something about that $150 grand that was spent on the campaign wardrobe that appealed to the Beautiful People and their fashionist Q-Kip much more than Sarah Palin's political beliefs, as we see that jawbreaker by Sojourner Bolt.
That maybe can turn things around here as you see her Christy Hemme just screaming to get the tag in. Sojourner Bolt got to make her way over there. Christy Hemme holding that arm out, leaning it out, but you can still see Sojourner grabbing that chin, but here comes Christy Hemme. Ducks and nice clothesline.
Impactful move by Hemme. Double sledge right across the chest of Velvet Sky. Takes Angelina by the hair and powers her down to the mat.
Oh, she's feeding off of this crowd, too. Christy Hemme just really getting this independence. Nice matrix move. Puts the kick into the gut and then uses the backside of the foot to the back of Velvet Sky.
Keep your eyes on the fashionist. Cute Kip up on the apron, and he gets a shot for his trouble.
Man, she didn't even hesitate, but the thing about it, the distraction could cost her here as Angelina Love hits that light down, and there she is. 1, 2, she's got it.
Here are your winners, the beautiful people!
And Cute Kip gets right in the face of Christy Hemme. Bottom line, the beautiful people turn out the lights on Christy Hemme and Sojourner Bolt in gaining the victory in this knockout tag team matchup. Now let's check out the latest edition. Let's go up close and personal with Rough Cut, featuring the Latin American Exchange.
Grew up in a great family. I was a great kid. I was an auto boy. That's the funny part. I don't know what happened. Hanging out with the bad crowd just made me different. But yeah, man, still to this day, I got a great family and my parents are my heroes. When I was small, when I was 5 years old, my mother, one day she turned into Channel 47 and there was a wrestling show. And basically these guys was beating each other up and I liked it.
Homicide was always into things, like always getting into mix of problems. The thing he had most love for was for wrestling. That's what me and him got along so well.
I started wrestling in 1993 in Southside Brooklyn. But right here is the place that Homicide was born. And back in 93, 94, this was like a wrestling school.
Nobody trained harder than Homicide. They would start training at midnight and be 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning before they finished the next day.
This is how much I love professional wrestling. A truck came and started shooting, and I got caught in the leg. I told my friend I need to have my match tonight. It was my 5th match. He stole tampons, and basically I put a tampon in my bullet wound in my leg and with duct tape. And actually I wrestled with a tampon with the duct tape. And now, what really changed me around is not only I want to achieve my dream, but I was 20 and had my son, and that really changed my life because I want my kid having a better life. That don't grow up like what I did when I was little.
They say you crossed the line.
Like it's a bad thing.
Like it's a bad thing.
Like you've gone too far. Guess what?
I don't think it goes far enough.
Pain and pleasure.
Blood. Carnage. Suffering.
That's a simple reality of my world.
Every time they draw a new battle line,
We cross it. Without reservation or regret. Hey, they, whoever you are.
Maybe it's time to draw up something else.
Like your retirement plan.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
Last week, we watched her construct the set for her new talk show. Tonight, it's the debut. First ever edition of ODB's Angle.
Bam! Welcome to the ODB's Angle. First ever debut with my very special guest, Charmel. Welcome, Charmel.
ODB, I don't know if you've seen Booker T's locker room, but I think you could use some tips from his decorator, because I'm gonna catch something sitting in this chair.
Relax. Just squirt some lime juice on it. You'll be fine. I'm a little rude. I'm sorry. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, I need some Dom Perignon to calm me down.
He wasn't that good. I had him last night.
Not funny.
All right. Well, speaking of Charmel, who would name their little girl Charmel?
It's a beautiful
Isn't
name.
that toilet paper?
Toilet! Okay, look, I know you're illiterate, but my grandmother was named Charmel, not Charmin, Charmel. It means woman of strength, woman of character, everything that I am.
Boring. Next question. Boxers or briefs?
How dare you ask what my husband wears?
I ain't talking about your husband, honey. I'm talking about you. I go commando. A little free ball in action, You know what I'm saying?
I do not need to see
Easy
all that.
access. Bam! Speaking of your husband, how does that spinneroonie actually feel?
Okay, look, I thought this was serious, all right? Can we talk about the main event mafia?
Oh, actually, we can. You want to get serious?
Yes.
Want to talk about the main event mafia?
That's
Booker
why
T
I'm
and his
here.
little cronies? Why don't they just go? Let the young guys take over TNA. Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, they made this company.
Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, they may have started this company, but make no mistake, Main Event Mafia made this company. The young boys need to learn some respect. And once they start respecting the Main Event Mafia, maybe they'll get somewhere. And you know what else? You need to start respecting me.
Respect you?
Yeah, respect me.
Why should I respect you? That fake weave going on?
Do you know
little
what
fake
this costs?
eyelashes,
Look,
little
you're not
fake
gonna-
bling there, little sparkly dress
Hey,
you
cut
got
that,
going
'cause
on.
I will cut you.
I will go get it on your booty.
No, you ain't got nothing for me, sister.
You want to earn my respect? How about me and you at the next pay-per-view? Final Resolution. Me and you go a little dancing in the ring. How about that?
Anytime, any place. You got it.
Oh, and one more thing, Charmel. Can you have your husband stop by the house?
For what?
He left his shoes right by my bed. Ah!
You ain't going to...
Oh, you want to take Lil? You want to tell this?
Well, it didn't take ODB long to get things stirred up, and her talk show debut did it. Mike Tenay, Don West at ringside, and this is what we have for you tonight on Impact in HD.
It's going to be the Motor City Machine Guns taking on the tag team of Samoa Joe and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
Eric Young to challenge Booker T for Booker's Legends Championship.
And from the main event Mafia, Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash take on the Monster Abyss and the Blueprint Matt Morgan.
And Mick Foley makes a major announcement about the double main event for Final Resolution. Now let's go to JB with the main event Mafia.
You've asked for this airtime tonight because you want to, and I understand, want to help Mick Foley with the main event of Final Resolution? Is that
That's right, JB. You got it, man. But first, I have a few words for me and Big Kev's opponents tonight. Abyss, Matt Morgan, boys, wrong place, wrong time. The family is dominating, and the domination will continue tonight. But I have two main events for Mick Foley. Two main events. Offers that Mick Foley cannot refuse. The first main event for Final Resolution will be, obviously, me kicking Jeff Jarrett all over the arena. Now, the other main event is a very special match. You see, there's a tag match tonight. Samoa Joe and AJ Styles against the Motor City Machine Guns. Now, the winner of that match, whoever it may be, they get to pick two partners of their choosing. And those four guys will have the opportunity to get in the ring with some of the greatest wrestlers of all time. That's right. The TNA World Heavyweight Champion, Sting, the Legends Champion, Booker T, Big Sexy Kevin Nash, and Big Papa Pump Scott Steiner in an 8-man tag match, main event at Final Resolution. Boys, this is your chance to step up. And who knows? Maybe we'll make you, just like we did Christian Cage and Rhino.
Talking to you, what are you saying? None of it's true. Keep your beliefs away from me. Hey man, listen when I'm talking to you. You ain't my damn role model. I don't get what you do. You're just a sharp dress con, living red, white, and blue. To all the teachers, preachers, and presidents, and the government who's selling us lies. You can hide behind your alibis.
Williams, the one-time lost soul, transformed into Little Petey Pump by his mentor, Scott Steiner.
Scotty are boys, you know? Big Papa Pump! He's got the hookup. He's got my hookup.
But now he is on his own, as Big Papa Pump has joined the Main Event Mafia and turned on his former protege.
Commitment is Big Papa Pump, Scotty Steiner.
Oh, Scott Steiner! His mentor just smashed him right in the head with the garbage can. Oh, Petey Williams is just getting killed here, Mike.
What's next for Maple Leaf Muscle? Will he be able to fend for himself in TNA, or will he prove to be just another victim of the Main Event Mafia?
Well, Don, the TNA medical staff informs us that Petey Williams is going to be sidelined indefinitely after suffering a concussion.
I mean, let's face it, Mike. These young Lions can ill afford to lose anybody, and this just shows you exactly what the Main Event Mafia are capable of.
And we will have a further update next week on Petey Williams' condition.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1 from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Well, there's times to joke around, times to be serious. We're certain the Motor City Machine Guns have yet to figure out which is which. Mick Foley feels like the Guns are not only arrogant, but disrespectful.
And their opponents first from American Samoa, Samoan submission machine, Samoa Joe!
You could really sense that TNA's executive shareholder Mick Foley has had his fill of Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Foley decided to put the Guns against Samoa Joe and AJ Styles. The question I have is, will this match of the 4 TNA originals be a positive or a negative for the group that's in a life and death struggle with the Mafia? It's time to find out if Sting was right when he said, not only don't they respect us, they don't respect each other.
And his tag team partner from Gainesville, Georgia, the phenomenal AJ Styles!
And judging by what we've heard from the Motor City Machine Guns, their take, their read on the dissension within the ranks of the TNA Originals is concentrated on the leadership roles of AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. They've not only questioned AJ and Joe being at the front of the line, the head of the class, but they also feel like they have the experience to lead the group. And without a focused boss, the Originals, in my mind, are certain to fail regardless of the talent that they have.
I mean, in theory, this could work out great for Joe and AJ. They get this win, they set an example, and then maybe the Guns can see their side of things. But if the Guns find a way to beat Joe and AJ, think about what that does. Wait a minute. Oh, I thought he was going for that suicide dive. Think about what that does for the leadership of Samoa Joe and AJ Styles.
Oh, and then Joe walks right into the kick from Alex Shelley. Sabin with the float over on AJ Styles, and right between the legs of his partner, it's Sabin connecting with the suicide dive on Samoa Joe.
Using Alex Shelley to block Samoa Joe's view, but now AJ uses his elbow to take Shelley. What a somersault as he takes both of the Guns out at the same time.
Sensational flip dive by AJ Styles. That was phenomenal. Let's take another look.
Watch this. Perfect timing, perfect setup, and he takes them both out in one shot. Don't go anywhere. More of the Guns against Joe and AJ when we come back.
And welcome back, everyone, to Impact in HD, continuation of the tag team match. Oh, featuring the TNA Originals against each other as we see Chris Sabin with that drop kick to the back of Samoa Joe, Motor City Machine Guns against the leaders of the Originals, AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. And if you think back to Kurt Angle's proposal for the double main event at Final Resolution, Angle suggested to Mick Foley that you take the winner of this match, have them pick 2 tag team partners, and then have them face Kevin Nash, Booker T, Scott Steiner, and Sting. I'm curious if Mick Foley is going to take that into account when we hear from him later tonight.
One other thing, though, I've got to ask about is what's with this delusion that Kurt Angle has that he's facing Jeff Jarrett at Final Resolution. Jeff Jarrett's never wavered. He's not getting back in the ring, and Kurt has just convinced himself that it's going to happen.
Well, you know what that's about? That's about getting his revenge. Because when Kurt Angle looks at his resume, the one thing that he's never been able to do in his star-studded career, and that's beat Jeff Jarrett.
You know, when you think about that situation of picking two people, how cool would it be to see these four working together? But one thing that's got to happen first is they've got to be seeing eye to eye. And right now, the Guns are just so self-centered, they can't see past their own greatness in their minds, and it's up to AJ and Joe to convince them how important this war is.
Two fresh men, Styles and Shelley to square off. Off the knife edge chop, Shelley to the ropes. Great leapfrog by AJ. Drops down, and there's that drop kick right on the money.
You know, when he sets it up right, it's just a thing of beauty, and he puts it perfectly right there on the jaw of Alex Shelley. AJ lands on his feet. Look at this. That flying forearm. What a shot. Here we go. 1, 2, not enough.
Shelley barely able to get the shoulder up before referee Earl Hebner counts 3. Styles back to the offense. Gonna go for the Styles clash, but he's cut off by Sabin.
How about Sabin just using Alex Shelley as a stepladder? Climbs on the back, kicks him the side of the head, and that turns things around for Alex Shelley.
Attempt at the sliced bread. No good for Shelley. Oh, and then Joe catches him. First with the elbow and then with the kick.
Here comes Sabin. Oh, he comes right off there flying into that clothesline on Joe. But AJ Styles is there waiting for him.
Just doubles him over first with the boot. Then lights up his chest with the chop. Here goes Sabin for the ride. No, he puts on the brakes, and he just caught AJ with a kick. That one was low.
Spin kick, and there's the double team as they both put it to AJ Styles at the same time. AJ kind of slumping down.
Look out.
This is what the Guns do so well.
Cradle shock, no. Quick move there by AJ. Sends Sabin directly into his own partner, Shelley.
Pele catches the side of Chris Sabin's head. He's wobbly, and Joe just turns him inside out.
Decapitation clothesline by Joe. Here comes the Styles clash by AJ.
Bam! Can he roll him over?
Here it is. Count 1, 2, got it.
Here are your winners, Samoa Joe and the phenomenal AJ Styles.
What a competitive battle between these 4 members of the TNA Originals. And tonight here on Impact, it's the leaders who prevail. AJ Styles and Samoa Joe get the win.
Oh, here we see Kurt Angle, Booker T, Kevin Nash coming out.
I don't think they see him.
No, and they're all right behind him, and there it is. They blindside him as Booker T, Kevin Nash, and Kurt Angle all dressed for action later tonight, going right at these guys.
And this is what we have grown to expect from the Main Event Mafia when it comes to a beatdown. The total domination of this group as we see Joe taken up, and there's the Angle Slam.
Well, that's their way. They want to diffuse this situation. They could see some kind of unity as you see that jackknife powerbomb on AJ. They want to stop this before it can get anything bigger, and they go right after Joe and AJ.
TNA World Heavyweight Champion Sting looks on from ringside as we see Booker with the axe kick on Samoa Joe.
So familiar what we saw with Christian Cage last week as Creed and Jay Lethal trying to come out to help, but it might be just too little too late as you see Joe and AJ just lying prone on that mat.
I mean, you have to give Consequences Creed and Jay Lethal credit for coming out and helping the other TNA Originals. But my God, what a beatdown this is. And now here comes, jackknife powerbomb on Black Machismo by Kevin Nash.
And as Sting looks on, he watches the other 4 members of the Main Event Mafia just destroy these young lions. And they're doing it systematically. They always work it to where the numbers are in their favor.
Punctuated with an exclamation point as Kurt Angle hits the Angle Slam on Consequences Creed. Look at the bodies laid out all over the impact zone.
I mean, think about all the good that could have been done for these young lions on Joe and AJ. Oh, now look at the ankle lock applied to Jay Lethal. All the pressure. Oh, this is just hard to watch. This just total destruction by the Main Event Mafia.
And check out this overhead shot. It shows the total domination, the total destruction from the Main Event Mafia, as well as the carnage of the TNA Originals.
This is my office. Why don't you have a little respect for me? I'm in charge of you guys. Don't come in here and tell me how to do my...
Silence! I will ask you for last time. Do you have new victim for Kong?
No, I don't. Who in the hell wants to get in the ring with her? She calls herself a professional athlete? She's an animal. Anyone that gets in the ring with her could possibly suffer a career-ending injury.
Silence! I told you, you swine. I told you what will happen. I told you that if Kong, her appetite is not fed, then Kong will feed on innocent civilians. Tonight, we keep our promise. Yalla, امشي يا حرمة.
After watching the battle between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe versus the Motor City Machine Guns, let's get an update on the TNA Originals from Lauren in their locker room.
AJ Styles, Samoa Joe. I don't even... Oh my God! What? Oh my God!
Shut up! Not another word! What are you guys, a bunch of
Oh, Rhino!
Shut up, Creed! Shut up! Don't you think I haven't fought the same fight you're trying to fight? Don't you think I haven't been through wars? Look at my body riddled with scars. That should remind you my past wars are real. Damn it, I fought with men, with soldiers, to build a little company called ECW. And I don't care if it's now. That's not my concern. My concern is this company. My concern is each and every one of you. That's my concern. AJ, you've been here since day one. You know what it's like to fight. You know what it's like to be a warrior. You've crawled to the top, and damn it, you've been a champion. And you can be a champion again. Joe, damn it, Joe, you know what it's like to wrestle your heart out, to bleed in front of 100 people. You, of all people, know what it's like to crawl to that top, to inch by inch, every drop of blood for what? Your family. To be a champion, to be proud. Do you know what it's like to be proud when you fight with men? Bleed with men that are willing to fight, that are willing to die for what you believe in. Do you know what it's like? That's the question you gotta ask yourself. And another question, you have a choice to stand up and be men. And if you are willing to go out there and fight with me, damn it, I'll fight to the end. I'll bleed with each and every single one of you. And until I drop that last drop of blood out of my body, I will not let you down. And that's a choice, damn it, you guys will eventually have to make. That's the choice.
I guess the big question is, will the TNA Originals learn from the real-life experiences of Rhino? Up next, Legends Championship on the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is for the TNA Legends Championship. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first the challenger, residing in Nashville, Tennessee, Showtime, Eric Young.
It really was a case of guilt by association for EY. Victim of circumstance, involvement of Shane Sewell, the referee, allowed him to win the X Division title, only to have it taken away 7 days later. Tonight, he gets a shot at Booker T's Legends Championship.
Can you dig it, sucker?
And his opponent, representing the main event Mafia and accompanied by Charmel from Houston, Texas, the TNA Legends Champion, Booker T!
I still can't get over that speech by the War Machine Rhino. I mean, the passion. I mean, that's just something you can get behind, and maybe, just maybe, that's going to be something that can get that fire started and just jumpstart these young lions, because let me tell you, he made you want to go to war with him.
And that's something that the TNA Originals need. They need that unity. They need that solidarity. When Booker decided to introduce the Legends Championship, he never had a clue it would be so instrumental in both banding together the Main Event Mafia and also in the process bringing attention to the Christian Cage contract negotiation issue. It all comes down to commitment for the family. They felt Christian not committed to the cause. They sent him packing. Tonight, a totally different situation for Booker T. But keep in mind the importance of this championship to Booker T personally, and also to keep the TNA Originals in a position where they're not able to band together.
I'll tell you, Eric Young, this is so important that he focuses on the task at hand. I know he's disappointed getting that X Division belt stripped from him, but think about this Legends belt, and believe it or not, right now, taking it away from Booker would do a lot more damage to the Main Event Mafia, because it's a matter of pride with Booker T. It was his belt. He made it. He came out and declared him the legend and the champion. What a shock it would be to the Main Event Mafia if Eric Young could take this belt away from him.
And think back just 1 week ago here on Impact when Eric Young was victorious over Sheikh Abdul Bashir, winning that X Division title. You remember the celebration. You remember where we finally saw so many members of the TNA Originals finally getting on the same page.
You know, they just need that one victory that really hurts the Main Event Mafia, that one thing, just to get the momentum going your way. I mean, you've got to go at it. You've got to walk before you can run. And this is a great opportunity right now for Eric Young.
Booker T trying to work on the arm of EY. Got him locked into that hammerlock position, and Eric Young going to try and duck under, and does. Nice reversal right into the hammerlock of his own.
Think about how hard it is for Booker T to prepare for this Eric Young. I mean, this Eric Young who's become so much more confident over the last few weeks. He's just become an entirely different wrestler. So he's got to be unpredictable. Before, it was a paranoid Eric Young, one that you could kind of scare to do the things he wanted. Not this one here tonight.
And at the same time, we see Sharmell looking on from ringside and cheering her man, Booker T. And how about that situation earlier tonight here, the debut of ODB's Angle, the new talk show segment, where Sharmell and ODB got face-to-face.
Well, I can't believe that Sharmell accepted the challenge. I mean, that's got to give her credit for that. I mean, that showed that she's a full part of this Main Event Mafia and not afraid. But ODB got what she wanted, and that's trying to get a match with Sharmell.
Big chop to the chest of Eric Young. EY able to put on the brakes and shoot Booker off into the ropes. Tried to take him over with a hip toss. Clothesline missed, but Eric's there with the arm drag to take control once again.
You can see Booker, that look on his face, that frustration that something went wrong, that he thought he had the match in tow. With Eric Young, this is a good chance. Ground Booker T, kind of take those long legs away from him and try to get things working your way.
Think back to when Booker T introduced his Legends Championship, that live Impact from Las Vegas, almost as a symbol of how ultra successful his career has been through the years. I don't think at the time, Don, that we anticipated how important that Legends title would become in the future of TNA and the Main Event Mafia.
Eric Young showing good fire here as he's trying to take control, but look at Booker T just that quickly flings him on the top of the ropes, and you know, your ribs hit that rope right there and just takes that air right out of you.
Ribs right across that top steel cable, and all of a sudden you can sense that Booker T has picked up that confidence, not nearly as frustrated as he was before.
There he is, just using those legs like he does so well as he just puts it right into the chin of Eric Young. You can see him grabbing a hold of it, and he's just such a professional in that ring. I mean, this guy, there's a reason why he considers himself a legend. Nice super kick.
Talked about using the legs as a weapon. That's exactly what he does. Super kick on the money, and as Sharmell cheers, Booker goes for the cover. Here's the pin.
Two.
No. Booker continues the dominance. Eric trying to feed off the crowd. Gets back up to the vertical base, back up to his feet. Series of shots, right hands. Trying to break this hold, and does, and here comes Eric, able to avoid the kick, and there's a big right hand, and now Eric Young with rights and lefts, but he gets cut off by Booker T.
Throwing haymakers, just trying to get something started, but Booker T with one shot to the eyes, just pokes the eyes, turns it around, and look at him again. Got those arms wrapped right around the neck, and again, just taking the air out of Eric Young.
Boy, the shortcut, the rake of the eyes by Booker, turns it back in his favor. Sharmell so pleased that the Legends champion, Booker T, is in control, and once again, Eric Young has got to get it rolling.
I'll tell you what, though, he's got no quit in him as he fights to his feet again and again. Goes right for the shots to the chest, right to the gut, to try to make Booker lose some air. Oh, nice elbow, right underneath the neck, and nice clothesline.
You're seeing an example of the confidence that we have seen, the renewed confidence in Eric Young in recent weeks. Off the slam, leg hook, no, 2 count only.
Not quite enough, but I'll tell you one thing, it's got to get his confidence high as he's just taking it to Booker T, but Booker able to push off. Here he goes with that axe kick, but he gets out of the way.
Eric gonna take him up. Death Valley driver. He hits it. Could have a new champ. 1, 2, no! Boy, that was a surprise and a shock to Eric Young. And you could just sense by looking at the reaction of Sharmell at ringside that it was a sense of relief as well, because Booker still has the title. From outside, Sharmell hooks the leg of Eric Young. Eric takes a shot, and he lost his focus for that split second, but you can't blame him.
That's what she does so well. She realized referee Slick Johnson was looking away. She was just enough hesitation, and now the axe kick connects.
That time it didn't miss. Booker rolls him over, and Booker gets the 3 count.
Here is your winner, and still TNA Legends Champion, Booker T!
Doubly important for the main event Mafia. Booker T, yes, regains his Legends Championship. But at the same time, they derail any possible momentum for the TNA Originals.
Well, here comes ODB as she's checking on Eric Young. And, of course, she knows it was Sharmell that grabbed that ankle and just was able to just distract Eric Young long enough for Booker T to come in and get the victory.
And ODB has been with the TNA Originals right from the start. She faces Sharmell at Final Resolution. Let's go to JB with Mick Foley and Jeff Jarrett.
Mick, you got this.
Jeff, I got it, but I don't think they're going to like it, especially Kurt.
Mick, I'll say it for the last time. I don't give a damn what Kurt likes or doesn't like. I'll be back here watching. If he makes one move towards you, I'm on my way.
Deal.
They say there's a thin line between pain and pleasure.
Fiction and reality. Love and hate.
And that once you cross that line,
There's no turning back. They are right. Once you cross,
you are in dangerous territory.
A world
of risk and reward.
Of instinct and survival.
You can't go home.
what awaits on the other side.
What awaits on the other side?
You're never sure.
But I welcome it with open arms and a closed fist.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
And welcome back, everyone, to Impact. Let's hear from the 20-time World Tag Team Champions, Team 3D, standing by with JB.
I am here with Brother Ray, Brother Devon, Team 3D. Gentlemen, the two of you, as of late, seem to have some issues with the World Tag Team Champions beer money. Care to elaborate?
I'll elaborate, JB. You see, apparently, these boys don't know who they're messing with. You've been together all but 6 minutes, and you think you can hang with the big dogs? Well, you know what? We'll give you your 15 minutes of fame. But I believe at the end, you will not like the outcome. You see, we've done more in this business in 1 hour than you've done in your whole pathetic career. Apparently, you don't know who we are. We are Team 3D. The baddest tag team on the planet. So you want to play? Boys, all you had to do was ask. So let's play. Oh, my brother, testify.
Obama wins, and you've been doing more talking than ever.
Yes, my brother.
Main Event Mafia. Question. How can you call yourself the greatest faction of world champions that's ever lived when you don't have the greatest tag team that's ever lived by your side? 20-time World Tag Team Champions, and the last time I checked, that's more world titles than any of you have ever won. You know how to find us. Beer money. You've been sticking your nose in our business for about 2 months now, costing us matches, costing us #1 contenderships. You punks, we got more shower time than you got ring time. I'm telling you, your day's coming. You will not stop me and my brother on our quest for 21. If I was you, I would take the advice of the Mafia. Learn some frickin' respect.
Boy, it sure was interesting to hear Team 3D's comments about both Beer Money Incorporated and the Main Event Mafia.
Speaking of the Main Event Mafia, they may regret the way they disposed of the War Machine Rhino, because let's face it, he's now fired up, and he may be just what these young guns need.
Still to come, tonight here on Impact in HD.
How will Mick Foley react to the proposal that Kurt Angle made about facing Jeff Jarrett at Final Resolution, and his suggestion that Samoa Joe and AJ Styles pick 2 partners and face 4 members of the Main Event Mafia?
And in our Impact main event tonight, Kevin Nash and Kurt Angle versus the Monster Abyss and Matt Morgan. Moments ago, NASCAR's Hermie Sadler crossed paths with Awesome Kong. Check out what went down as Hermie was promoting his new talk show.
I'm here with Hermie Sadler, DirecTV Hot Pass analyst, and Hermie, I just heard some amazing, exciting news. You're going to have your own show coming up on TNAWrestling.com. Tell us all about it.
Lauren, unbelievable. It starts 2009. It's called Hermie's Hot Seat. We've got a lot of interesting characters and talents in TNA Wrestling. What Hermie's Hot Seat is going to do is take the fans behind the scenes, show everybody what these people are like outside of the ring, show them their personality, what brought calm, perfect. Listen, I'm introducing Hermie's Hot Seat, TNAWrestling.com, 2009. This is perfect. You'd be the great first guest on Hermie's Hot Seat. No!
Oh my God! Wait, guys! Wait, don't hurt! Oh my God! Oh my God!
He is known simply as phenomenal. AJ Styles crosses the line every time he steps inside the ring, using his death-defying prowess and innovative high-flying agility as he continues to blaze a trail all the way into the history books. The first Triple Crown winner in TNA's history. The Phenomenal One continues to set the standard of excellence inside the six-sided ring. TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a tag team grudge match. It is scheduled for one fall. Introducing team number 1, they represent the Main Event Mafia. First from Detroit, Michigan, Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
The Main Event Mafia will make an example out of anyone who disrespects them, and that's exactly what they did to the War Machine. But a bandage and a bloodied Rhino tried to rally the TNA Originals. Kevin Nash and the Mafia may regret that they didn't completely eliminate Rhino.
And his tag team partners from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is professional wrestling's only Olympic gold medalist. He is Kurt Angle.
Earlier tonight, we heard it from Kurt Angle proposing the double main event for next month's Final Resolution. In addition to the 8-man tag match with the TNA World Championship at stake, Kurt wants another shot at Jeff Jarrett in an effort to gain revenge from Bound for Glory. Later tonight, Mick Foley will announce the official double main event for Final Resolution on December the 7th. But first tonight, Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash look to continue their incredible role against one of the most physically imposing tag teams ever assembled.
And their opponents first from Fairfield, Connecticut, the Blueprint, Matt Morgan.
Main Event Mafia. They are in the midst of a war with the TNA Originals, but they better not overlook their opponents tonight, or their momentum will come to a screeching halt.
And his tag team partner stands 6 feet 8 inches tall. He weighs 350 pounds. He is the monster,
If you saw Turning Point, you will never, ever forget the Falls Count Anywhere match between Abyss and Kurt Angle. Tonight, the Monster has a chance to gain a measure of revenge. There's no question how well Matt Morgan and Abyss compete as a tag team. And when you put together a pair of 300-pounders, one at 6 foot 8 inches tall and one at 7 feet tall, quite honestly, they have the potential to be among the most dominating tag teams ever.
And one thing about Abyss and Matt Morgan is they're not involved in that war, so their focus is entirely on this matchup. Their focus is on facing beer money down the road and getting those tag team championships. They look at this as just another opportunity to get better, and another opportunity to use that size and strength that they have so well and use it to crush another opponent. And if I'm Kurt Angle, the last person I want to be in the ring with is Abyss again.
And that may be the key to the success in this matchup for Abyss and Matt Morgan. We know that Angle and Nash have that focus, that concentration on the TNA originals, but now they've got to face these two big wild cards.
You can see already Abyss just using that string, picking Kurt up, flinging him against the ropes, and as Kurt comes after him, using that shoulder, he just hits the wall. That's Abyss.
A 350-pound shoulder block, and the reaction from Kurt Angle, very similar to what we've seen in recent weeks when it comes to Abyss. Roll out to the floor, slow things down. That's why Abyss wanted that Falls Count Anywhere match at Turning Point.
Well, I guarantee you, he had flashbacks at Turning Point right there when he hit that shoulder block. But now it was a good move. And you could see concern in Kevin Nash's face as he looked at Kurt. But Kurt is such a pro. It's one of those things where, you know what, you just get your mind focused on the task at hand. And look at that, looking in his eyes and then put that boot right to the gut. But look at Abyss just shaking it off.
No reaction from the monster Abyss to either the boot or the series of punches from Angle. Comes charging at him and he gets decked. Angle caught with the Abyss clothesline.
I'll tell you, you think about everything that Abyss went through at Turning Point, you think he wouldn't be in condition to be out here, but that's the kind of monster he is. Look at these shots. Just devastating rights on top of Kurt Angle's head. He's been thinking about nothing but Kurt Angle ever since.
Oh, and Angle comes out of the corner and he puts his fingers in the eye holes of the monster Abyss's mask. Oh, but then Abyss is able to get the boot up and drop Angle. Gonna right now take him up. Look at this, up to his shoulders. Here comes the shock treatment.
Watch Kurt Angle's body here if he hits this. Oh, man, you just see it. Go 5 different directions. 1, 2, oh, not enough. But it was almost over that quickly.
Boy, just amazing that Angle was able to kick out from that shock treatment backbreaker. Tag in, here comes the blueprint, Matt Morgan, and check out Angle's strategy. You can see it right from the outset. He's gonna try and take this big 7-footer down, trying to work on his legs, trying to work on his knees.
Oh, whoa, man, the carbon footprint just catches him right in the face. 1, 2, oh, was it close?
Can Abyss and Matt Morgan pull off the upset? We'll find out when we return to Impact. And we are back on Impact, and as you can see, the blueprint Matt Morgan, the monster Abyss, still remain in control over Kurt Angle and Kevin Nash. Here goes Morgan. Oh man, big elbow drop.
The thing about, wait a minute, 1, 2, again, Kurt gets the shoulder up. This has been amazing. Kurt Angle has not been able to tag Kevin Nash in this match, and he finally does.
And now we are going to see the two big 7-footers go head-to-head. Here comes Kevin Nash over the top rope to face Matt Morgan.
Well, he's got to be fresh. He's been sitting there watching his leader, Kurt Angle, just get demolished out there by Abyss and Matt Morgan as they've just owned him. But now Kevin Nash, look at that confidence as he's looking him eye to eye.
And that's exactly what it is. Toe-to-toe, eye-to-eye, face-to-face, and then Nash with the first blow. But look at Morgan answer back, but Nash has got the counter for him.
This trading blows here, one after another. Nash goes for another one. This time Morgan blocks it and then uses his speed and just keeps the rights coming and coming and coming.
Oh man, the rapid-fire rights of Matt Morgan cut off as Angle comes in, clips his knee from behind, and then Nash decks him with the clothesline.
Oh, the referee, wait a minute. 1, not enough. As you see Matt Morgan sending that message to Nash, it's not even going to be close. But how about Kurt Angle cutting those legs underneath Morgan to give Nash the advantage?
Big boy, suck on this.
Oh, and then the knee right to the midsection. And another one. And a third from Kevin Nash. And you can just sense that Kevin Nash realizes that he's got the blueprint Matt Morgan in trouble in the corner, and he continues to lay in the shots.
That just shows you how quickly things can turn, and it was the teamwork there of Angle and Nash, and now look at him mocking the blueprint, mocking Matt Morgan, giving a little of his own medicine, and look at him apply that foot, the pressure to the neck, just taking the air out of Matt Morgan's windpipe.
And Nash smartly tags in. Kurt Angle exposes the ribs of the blueprint, and Angle drives the boot into the ribs. Then the big right hand to the top of the head. Measures and connects again. Morgan gonna try and fight back, and actually gets the better of it with 3 shots before Angle goes back to the knee.
You wondered if he had enough recovery time, but that's what makes this guy so great. Working on the knees there as he drops that elbow down. Look at this. Pulls it up again, goes right back to the knee with the elbow again.
We've seen this familiar pattern of offense from Kurt Angle. Work on the legs, work on the knees of your opponent in an effort to weaken them for the eventual ankle lock. Morgan tries to use his free leg to kick Angle in the back, but not having much effect.
Just can't get enough power behind it there. Finally on the 3rd shot, it was just enough to get Kurt Angle to let go, but Kurt goes right back after him. Oh, nice uppercut.
He just rocked him. European uppercut brings him back out and snaps his head back again. Gonna take him up, gonna get him up for that angle slam. No luck, and there's the clothesline from the blueprint.
Just didn't quite have enough in him there to get Matt Morgan off the ground, and Matt Morgan was able to turn that around in his favor and just killed him with the clothesline. And here comes Beer Money. Obviously, they want to see Abyss and Matt Morgan in action, but I don't know about their timing.
Yes, TNA World Tag Team Champions, Beer Money Incorporated, Robert Roode, James Storm make their way down to ringside, but Abyss just takes down Nash and Angle back to back, and there's another shot for Nash and another shot for Angle.
I mean, you have got to be impressed with this team of Abyss and Matt Morgan. They're just doing what they want to do, going right after it, just smashes his body against Nash, smashes his body against Angle. You see Angle dump to the floor, and here we go. Oh, side slam by Abyss. 1, 2, not enough.
Just in time, Kurt Angle makes the save. Abyss right back up to his feet and unleashes the offense. He just flung Angle over the top all the way out to the concrete.
And now he goes after Kurt Angle. Oh, the shortcut by Kevin Nash. Perfectly timed into the eyes. Is it going to be enough? And then the elbow.
And Abyss and Beer Money Incorporated squaring off, and the monster takes down both Storm and Roode, and then picks up Angle, and he's going to bring him back to the ring.
He wasn't going to let Beer Money stand in his way. He gave them 2 shots, went right back after Angle, and look at Nash and Angle. They can barely get
Look
the... Wait
out.
a minute! Oh, he just smashed the bottle right on his head!
Look at the glass all over the ring, and Abyss walks into the big boot from Nash. Nash cover.
No.
Nash 2, Nash 3, Nash and Angle win.
Here are your winners, Kurt Angle and Big Sexy Kevin Nash.
Oh, look at that look of satisfaction on James Storm's face as he just smashed that beer bottle, which caused Nash and Angle. Look at the glass just laying everywhere in the ring.
Abyss and Matt Morgan, totally dominant in our Impact main event. But bottom line, Beer Money Incorporated the difference makers as Nash and Angle get the win.
Some like to maintain the status quo.
To keep doing the same things over and over again.
To stay with what's familiar.
To play it safe. Not us.
We take risks.
We fly higher. We fall harder too.
Sometimes we even crash and burn.
But we are always breaking new ground.
It's easy to play it safe, but where's the fun in that?
TNA Wrestling, cross the line.
Here he comes. He's on his way towards the Impact Zone. When we return, Mick Foley announces the double main event for Final Resolution. As TNA's executive shareholder, Mick Foley has tried to remain neutral in this war between the main event Mafia and the TNA Originals. But now it's time to announce the double main event for Final Resolution, and you have to wonder if Mick Foley will take Kurt Angle's previous suggestions into account. A final reminder, Mick Foley to be the special guest on the Impact Post Show. It airs at Spike.com immediately after we go off the air. It's time to make the big announcements we've all been waiting for.
I have always readily acknowledged that people like Booker T and Scott Steiner and Kevin Nash, Kurt Angle and Sting were a huge part of wrestling's past, a huge part. And it's a past I proudly share with them. I've even accepted that for the time being, they were the current faces, the biggest stars here in TNA. But I'm usually not in a position where I agree with their points of view. However, in light of the events of the past few weeks, I think I have to agree. The Main Event Mafia could well be the greatest assemblage of wrestling stars and champions ever to step foot inside the ring. Up until the last few weeks, I thought change was inevitable, which is why I decided to make a major investment, both emotional and financial, in the TNA Originals. And now, for the first time, possibly, I see the possibility that the Main Event Mafia are not only the past and the present of TNA, but maybe its future as well. It was never my intention to play favorites or tilt the balance of power. It was always my sole intention to just kind of level the playing field so that the guys that built this company, that breathed life into it, the TNA Originals, could have the opportunities that for so long were denied people of the younger wrestling generation. But I have come to accept that Final Resolution could indeed be their chance for final restitution. So, with that in mind, as the executive shareholder here at TNA, I have decided to sign and book 2 huge co-main events for Final Resolution. In our first main event, we will see members of the Main Event Mafia, Booker T, Kevin Nash, Scott Steiner, and Sting taking on Samoa Joe and the phenomenal one, AJ Styles. But you see, it's not just any 8-man matchup. I put my little twist on it, if you will. You see, if the members of the Main Event Mafia manage to win that match, then Sting holds on to his TNA Heavyweight Championship. But, if AJ, Joe, and the 2 partners of their choosing come out on top, then your new TNA Heavyweight Champion will be AJ Styles.
Well, the stakes don't get any higher than that.
In our other huge co-main event, the man who might possibly be the greatest acquisition in TNA history, Kurt Angle, will take on, hey, could we have an impromptu Impact Zone drum roll, please? Kurt Angle will face Rhino.
Oh! I'll tell you what, after what they did to Rhino earlier today, and then you saw that passion from him later, Rhino's the last person that Kurt Angle wants to face.
And you knew that this couldn't sit well with Kurt Angle lobbying for the return match with Jeff Jarrett for well over a month. And now the Olympic gold medalist hears from Mick Foley that he must meet the War Machine Rhino at Final Resolution.
You have a problem with my matchmaking?
This is bull, Mick. Bull. Why won't Jeff Jarrett face me? Why won't Jeff Jarrett face me, Mick? Why is he being such a damn Everything I ever wanted in my life, I got. Everything. Everything, Mick. I won an Olympic gold medal. I'm a 12-time world heavyweight champion. I assembled the greatest wrestlers in history and made the main event mafia. I've done it all. The only thing I haven't done is beaten Jeff Jarrett. And that is your fault, Mick. You interfered in that match at Bound for Glory. I won Jeff Jarrett in Final Resolution. And if I can't have him, I want the next best thing. I want you, Mick Foley.
Whoa! He just cracked him right in the side of the head. And here comes Jeff Jarrett's music.
The founder of TNA said it loud and clear earlier tonight. Kurt Angle is not calling the shots around here. He said, we're taking our house back tonight, no matter what Angle says. And that slap by Kurt Angle has triggered this appearance by the King of the Mountain.
I've had it with you, Kurt. That's enough. As the founder of TNA Wrestling, we're going to play by my rules, not yours. Kurt, you coaxed me into this ring once, and I swore on my life I would never let it happen again. But I'll be damned if I'm gonna sit back and watch you tear down something that I built from the stinking ground up. Kurt, as bad as you want me in this ring, I want you out of my stinking company even worse. Now you know it, and I know it, that I can't fire you because of that stinking clause in your contract. But you know what I can do? I can make you an offer you can't refuse. Now, you and your Mafia boys did a number on Rhino tonight, and at Final Resolution, you're going to face Rhino. But I say we put a little stipulation on this. You beat Rhino, you get your wish. You get your match with the King of the Mountain. But if Rhino beats you, your TNA contract is null and void, and you're gone from TNA for good.
How bad do you want it, Kurt?
Deal?
Whoa! Has he goaded him here for the second time?
Of experience in a wrestling war just spoke volumes with that explosive gore. Will the young lions become men in their fight against the Mafia? TNA Originals, the choice is yours.